Hello, brothers and sisters. Thanks for joining. Hey, today I came across a great story out of Sky News Australia. I get some of my best stuff from Sky News Australia. It just posted about 3 hours ago, and the title just caught my interest. UK launches undercover operation to crack down on catcalling. I was like, what? It's like I had to see what is this about. So let's watch this and then we'll talk about it. It's about 4.5 minutes long, so I'm going to try to watch the whole thing and react to it. But I've been on a roll lately with just the absurdity of what British policing is recently and what their priorities on. I just found a video a couple days ago where the police were going around identifying protesters and handing them leaflets about how to protest ahead of time, and now catcalling. So again, when I first saw this, I thought this might be fake, but no, it looks 100% real. Let's watch it and see what Sky News Australia has to say about it.
Let's go to the UK, where police in Surrey have decided to crack down on men wolf whistling and catcalling young women going out for a run. Now, it's not illegal to catcall a woman, but it is unsavoury. And police have decided that these sorts of things could lead to crime. So they're going to start policing non-crimes in a bid to stop actual crimes. Here's what's going on. Have a look.
All right, so I got to stop him right there. So the police, according to this guy, are going to start policing non-crimes so that they can stop real crimes. And catcalling in the UK, according to this guy, is not illegal, but it's unsavory. So, hey, right there, I got a problem. I do not want the police coming around and talking to me unless they're investigating a crime and they feel I have information about said crime. So if the police ever come up to me, one of my first questions is going to be, sir, what crime are you investigating that I might be a part of? And if they can't answer that question, then I think our conversation is over. The police should not be talking to me unless they're investigating a crime that I have information about. That simple. So if whatever's going on is not a crime, I think I'd ask them, well, sir, am I being detained? And if they say no, I would say, well, then have a nice day, with love, like that other guy said. And if I am being detained, then I want to know under what crime they are investigating. I think that's fair. I don't think the police should be Minority Report and investigating non-crimes. Now, women might feel different about this. I get it. Catcalling is probably a different issue for women, and it's as he said, unsavory. It make people fearful. But if it's not a crime, why are the police even there? All right, let's see. Let's go on.
These women aren't friends out for a run. They're actually undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female runners.
We get honked at, the staring, the hanging out of the window just to look at us, and it's so prevalent.
Police teams are ready to intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed or shouted at.
All right, so beep. All you got to do in the UK is beep at a girl, follow a girl, or shout at a girl, and the police are going to come get you and talk to you. That's what I just heard. Now, I guess it's potentially there could be a crime there if it was actual stalking. So there may be crimes there, but beeping at somebody, yelling, whistling, and then the police are going to come. I think these girls are Karens in training. I think they're a little young to be full-fledged Karens, but they're up and coming. Let's go on.
So this is really interesting, Freya. A lot of women are really happy about this. They say they're sick of being harassed. They want to be able to just jog. The way you're looking at me, I think you're going to disagree. A lot of women are very supportive of this.
Yeah.
But a lot of other people are arguing, come on, there's so much crime in the UK. maybe solve some actual crimes rather than concern yourself with things that aren't offences.
Yeah, can we investigate the alleged rape gangs? I mean, I think that's a thing, or I've read about it. Like, yeah, can we actually? There's only so much police manpower, woman power, whatever you want to call it. Can we actually catch the real baddies? Instead of guys at construction sites whistling at girls as they walk by during their lunch. Again, it's unsavory. I get it. I would never do it, but like, come on, guys. What are you doing in the UK?
And aren't illegal and unsavoury, but not illegal. What do you think?
Well, that's the thing. So when these undercover police catch people catcalling at them, what are they going to do? Go, oh, you naughty person, stop catcalling me. I mean,
that might just turn them on a bit, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what they've done. They've gone and explained. And the other thing is people honking their horns at these women. And so police have intercepted them and explained this sort of behaviour is not cool.
I feel like anyone who is going out of their way to catcall a woman probably wouldn't be perturbed by a policeman giving them a warning not to catcall. I mean, clearly they don't care about social etiquette anyway. I don't think this is going to make much of a difference.
Oh, can you imagine all the tradie work sites that they're going to have to go and monitor now? I mean, once upon a time it was sort of a mark of, oh, wow, I look good today. They gave me a catcaller, because we've moved on from those times. But for goodness sake, like, do we really need to be putting police resources into it? And they've actually explained, the coppers over there, why they've done it. And it's not just because, it's an unsavoury thing to do. They are convinced that any bloke who catcalls a woman is a potential criminal who needs to be intercepted.
It's more Minority Report.
Those kind of behaviours may not be criminal offences in themselves, but they still need to be addressed. And of course, the people that are likely to commit those kind of behaviours, they may then go on to commit more serious offences or more serious behaviours.
Yeah, it's Minority Report. The catcalling, he looks like a fairly senior police officer. I can't read British police ranks, but it looks like he's a little more senior. But he even admitted the catcalling itself was not a crime, but it might go on to more serious offenses. Britain is policing thought crimes. You can't say anything on the internet. You can't say anything out in public if it might potentially cause offense to especially to a Muslim. You're going to get arrested. It's crazy. It's just nuts. Britain, what are you doing? Use your police to actually catch real criminals. You guys are criminalizing the general public for bad behavior, but it's not crimes. It's not serious. It's not serious behavior. Somebody catcalling. It's as the lady said. It's against kind of community norms, and And the other guy said it's unsavory. Completely agree. Again, I would never do it, but it's not a crime. I don't know how else to say it.
I mean, for goodness sake. The police in the UK are clearly on the offensive about offence at the moment. Oh, we've got to make sure women don't get offended by a catcall. We've got to make sure that shoplifters don't get offended by being called scumbags by a guy who's got a sign in his shop window, for goodness sake. And I read today a police chief in the UK saying that people need to take more responsibility for shoplifting, as in, like, if you just see people shoplifting, you should do something about it. Don't just call the cops. And then you've got the cops running around saying you can't call them scumbags, though. I mean, what on earth has policing come to?
But they're also not
Kingdom?
dealing with the underlying problems, because if you were genuinely concerned about women's safety, about women being safe from sexual harassment, then why did the police and many councils not address grooming gangs?
Yeah.
Why is the government not addressing the fact that foreigners are 71% more likely to commit sexual crimes. People from Afghanistan are 20 times more likely than native Britons to commit sexual violence. Same with people from Eritrea. If you know all these statistics, why aren't you dealing with the underlying drivers of a lot of these crimes, which are illegal migrants coming into the UK? I mean, that would seem like the obvious solution. Instead of wasting police resources getting to women to jog undercover, maybe just protect your borders.
Yeah, so she's not wrong. It's Britain, take care of the real crime. Stop, pussyfooting around and saying, oh, we can't go after the minorities because that would be racist. No, it's not racist to go after the actual criminals. If you're a criminal, it doesn't matter where you're from, that's where you should go after. And the shoplifting thing is silly. I might do a story on that later. I saw that earlier where people are being advised. Shops used to put up signs with like pictures of shoplifters, and now they're not allowed to do that anymore, because that could be, I guess, a privacy violation. It's like, what is going on in the UK? So I think she's spot on. Completely agree. Britain, stop living in the world of Minority Report. You're going that way. I hope the U.S. doesn't go this way, but as the man said, Britain is all worried about policing offensive speech. You can't assume every person that's a catcaller is a rapist or potential rapist. And I know some Karens might feel that way, and some women will feel unsafe and be fine with this. I'm not a free speech absolutist, but I'm completely against just policing speech that's offensive. I'm sorry, that's just not a good use of police resources. Go after the real baddies. All right. Hey, if you like, subscribe, you know what to do. If you didn't like it, don't watch me. Thanks. Bye.